Philip Harvey. I make movies alongside my twin brother Kevin Harvey, who isn't always on camera, but he was for the Greenspan. And really, that movie was kind of like three guys running around in the forest with a camera, and the whole thing was sort of a fix it in post kind of mentality, which I don't recommend. So to answer your question, it took a very long time. I think from start to finish on the Greenspan, once the actual writing of it was all said and done with, it was probably about 3 years that it took to actually do everything. But that's like having zero budget and, over the course of probably a summer and maybe a couple scenes even the following year, all in and around Seattle and through the state of Washington, even into Idaho, to do some filming for that kind of stuff. But the visual effects were definitely a tall order. Initially, it was only my brother doing it. That's kind of more his area, but it was clear that it was going to take so long that I kind of had to teach myself to do a lot of visual effects stuff as well.
How did you handle having actors looking at nothing? Like, did you develop any tricks for that?
There was usually a potato for trying to get some of the lighting and stuff right, but yeah, I don't know. I think everyone just got used to it a little bit, and when we're in the green screen studio, it's kind of like, well, they're that tile right up there, so yeah, you just kind of try and make it work.
I have a quick question for you. You said 3 years it kind of took you to do that?
Yeah.
Did you find yourself like cutting to a certain point or getting to a certain point in the film, trying to finish it, doing all your stuff, and then realizing that you were growing as a filmmaker, like every couple months, and realizing that you want to like go back and change
totally,
stuff?
And that's, I told Trin earlier that coming here and watching this tonight was kind of like going to a theater to watch your like third grade dance recital. And so much of it had changed even just through the course of doing all the special effects, that in some ways I look at it and it's like the effects and motion graphics and stuff are so far along compared to actually when we wrote the movie, and we had this extremely awkward length thing because it was one of the first movies I made in Seattle, and it was kind of like 34 minutes, like we're gonna reinvent the whole genre, and like, I was hoped that it would feel like less than that, but nowadays I don't think I would write a movie that sits at such an awkward kind of intermediate thing. But yeah, to answer your question, we've come a hell of a long way.
I can imagine
that,
in 3 years, yeah. Especially if you're playing with it all the time.
Yeah, and it's like we shot the movie on a camera that was, it was all right for 5 years ago or whatever, but by the time we're doing visual effects on it, it's like we're looking at such old, obsolete kind of footage and everything, and obsolete writing, obsolete production value. We actually have done a lot of networking since then, so yeah, I wouldn't recommend it for people to draw a project out that long, because it's kind of, it can be a weight on your shoulders and get in the way of the next things, but we had to finish it.